What's going on, everyone? Anthony here with HD Toys, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are reviewing the final mainline wave, for now, of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Wave 15. In this wave, it consists of Turbo Red, Lightspeed Rescue Blue, and RPM Yellow. There is only 3 figures in this wave. I guess they knew that this line was coming to a slight hiatus so they can regroup, recalibrate, do whatever they need to do to try to refresh the line. Who knows when that could be? It could just be next year. It could be 2-3 years from now. I know when they put the Marvel Universe line on hiatus, they ended up just scrapping it all together and just completely focusing on Marvel Legends because that's what sold better. So even though they say hiatus, they could just mean shelving it completely or whatever and just not saying gone forever. Anyways, only time will tell. Obviously, this is just like the mainline wave, the waves you can find at like Walmart, Target, uh, your local convenience stores, HEBs, wherever they, whoever orders Power Rangers, so this will go there. That's a mainline wave. Then you also have like online exclusives. Then you have store exclusives. Then you have like fan channel exclusives. Those aren't part of the wave, like waves 1 through 14. This is wave 15. Anyways, I'm rambling on. This is the last wave. Obviously, we have other figures that are supposed to be released that aren't part of this wave. We have the rest of the remaining remastered figures. We have the Lightning Collection, more for that. Still yet to be seen in the US, unless you're like paying that $200 importing price gouge right now. We have a Data Mind Omega Ranger set that has yet to be announced. I assume that's going to be a PulseCon exclusive coming up here pretty soon. But yeah, so as far as mainline waves go, this is the last hit, but there are still a few more figures coming out the pipeline. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it. Wave 15 only consists of 3 figures, as I mentioned in the beginning. So obviously, this is the probably going to be the final mainline wave of like box or windowless packaging. Hasbro is switching back over to the windowed packaging with slight tweaks here and there. Marvel Legends is already starting to see a return to that. You have 3D artwork of the Turbo Red Ranger, another 3D rendering of the figure itself, the figure and all its accessories. According to the box, TJ stands at 6.1 inches tall. Nothing over there. Then you got RPM Yellow, same setup. She's 5.7 inches tall according to the box. So yeah, there you go. Then you have Lightspeed Rescue Blue. There you go. There you go. According to the box, he's 6 inches tall exactly. Side art. So yeah, there you go. So let's go ahead and crack these guys open and hope they're all inside. Alright guys, and here we have it, Wave 15 unboxed, and by the looks of everything, it looks like everything is there. Hopefully it is, but anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off with TJ. So this TJ is obviously the turbo version. People were wondering for the longest time before they announced him whether it was going to be Tommy or another TJ, because technically this isn't our first TJ figure. It's not even technically our second. It is our third TJ figure. We've had 2 blue in space figures. One is a deluxe, and I think the other one was a 2-pack, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think blue got a single regular wave release. But overall, I'm kind of glad it's TJ. That way it gives you another option for a Red Ranger, Forever Red, that's what it is, Forever Red display. He is our 7th Forever Red Ranger that we've gotten in this lineup. It is kind of a shame now that the line is going on a slight hiatus that we aren't going to be able to complete Forever Red for a while now. I believe all we're missing now is Wild Force Red, Quantum, and Lightspeed Rescue. So I kind of wish they would have just gave us Lightspeed Rescue Red instead of blue. I watched nothing about Lightspeed Rescue, so I have absolutely no idea what's going on with that season. But overall, Turbo Red looks pretty accurate to the show. I've never been a huge fan of the Turbo suits myself personally. I just never got into the design. I don't hate them. I don't love them. It's just kind of like whatever. But overall, not too bad. I think this is what people really want to see, is a Tommy Forever Red or a Tommy Turbo. I think that's how like most of like the hardcore Tommy fans are going to be displaying this, which makes sense, RIP to a true legend in the game. Uh, yeah, I think this is how most people are going to be displaying him. For me, I do it by seasons, so I may just end up getting another Turbo Red to do a Tommy figure right next to TJ when that time comes. If you guys have seen my shelf display, you guys know that I just try to put every iteration of like the Ranger suits and their wearers on there. But if not, definitely try to check out my video where I did the room tour, or not the room tour, but like just a quick snippet of my room tour before I do the full room tour. Anyways, overall, yeah, not too bad. No paint mishaps on mine. The belt is painted in very nicely. No missplashes of the yellow. No missplashes of the black lining throughout. Overall, very, very nice. Then you're going to have the helmet, which is where I do have a slight problem with, and that is up here on top. There is some white or silver paint rather that just won't seem to come off. Maybe I'll just paint over that with some black. But overall, that is the only issue I have with this Ranger. Yeah, not too bad overall. So let's set him to the side and take a quick look at his accessories. Obviously, the accessories he comes with is the Turbo Ranger helmets, because now they do come with their civilian head sculpts on the figures. You have 2 weapon holding hands on him. Then you have 2 closed-fisted hands as extra hands. Then you have his 2 swords. So here you go. Very nice. Glad they included both. They could have just included one. Then you have the lightning effects that I am not a huge fan of. So overall, not too bad. And then you come with his little pistol. It does look like it has a port for a blast effect, but does not include the blast effect itself. But I'm sure by now we have plenty of those. And that does just port into the holster like so. And your Turbo Red is now complete. So moving on, let's go over to Lightspeed Rescue. Once again, as mentioned, I have no ties to this show whatsoever. I have no idea what it's about. I don't even know the name of this guy. But I do overall know the designs of the suits. I don't know if they're supposed to be painted on the black or not, but it is. So overall, it does look like it shares the Time Force Blue body mold of the new pinless mold, whereas a much thinner body mold than the standard male buck. I don't know why there's 2 of these. I guess it does make sense for certain Rangers. I don't know why they used all of Time Force on a skinnier buck, but it is slightly thinner. I believe I did a comparison in the size. I think it's like I don't want to say an inch, but like it was a good portion slimmer. But yeah, overall not too bad. I don't know if this head sculpt portrays this actor well, but it is a good looking head sculpt. So overall not too bad. Pop that off. Pop on the Lightspeed Rescue helmet, and there you go. So as far as accessory goes for him, I don't know the show, but I could have sworn I've seen some pictures where they're like saluting, like their captain maybe. So I think I would have liked to have them include like a saluting. I could be wrong. I could be completely off the mark. But he does come with 2 fists, 2 weapon holding hands. Obviously the Lightspeed Rescue helmet as another, and then the civilian head sculpt. Then you have his pistol, which also has a port for a blast effect, but no blast effect for this one. The blast effect that comes with is a lightning piece, which once you form the pistol into the, I guess, saber mode or whatever, you just kind of port that through, and yeah. So, and if you don't want him to hold it, obviously you port it right into the holster, and there you go. Lightspeed Blue. Paint apps on this one are perfect. No mishaps on the helmet, civilian, or body itself. So yeah, not too bad. All right, that is a look at Lightspeed Blue. Let's move on to RPM Yellow, the final figure in this wave, which in my opinion is probably my favorite out of the set, mainly because I do like the design of RPM suits. RPM is definitely one of the seasons I start to watch again once I got back into Power Rangers. As far as the actress goes, it's not dead on, but overall not too bad. Pretty decent. Definitely the better one out of this set. No paint mishaps on my figure. No loose joints. It is on the newer female body mold. Pinless knees, double elbows, pinless elbows. So yeah, really, really overall great design on this. Obviously, she is number 3 out of 5 or 6 or whatever it is. Then obviously you have her helmet, which just go ahead, pop on like so. And you have RPM yellow. As far as their accessory goes, she comes with a lightning effect that you can port into her like gas pump staff. I don't know what these weapons are called, so let's find the port. It's somewhere. You guys know how these work. You just kind of port it at the end, and then there you go. She also comes with her pistol version of it, where it just looks like a little gas pump, which is kind of cool. And if you don't want her holding that, just hook it on to the holster hook that is on her skirt, like so. So overall, not too bad. Doesn't hang on too great. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to hang on, but yeah, there you go. She kind of comes with 2 posing hands on her, then 2 weapon holding hands, and that is it as far as accessory goes for RPM yellow. So yeah, overall, not too bad. Articulation is standard across the board. As if you guys are well aware, now that the new female bodies are up to date, as long as you have the new female body, they're all the same. So I'll go ahead and start with, if she'll stand up, I'll start with turbo, or just really do turbo. So obviously you have the full 360. We'll look up an okay amount. Look down, not so. Good side to side. The base of the neck does rotate if that's what you guys need it for, but I don't understand why anybody would need the neck itself to rotate. You have butterfly joints on the shoulders. We'll go back about that far, forward about that far. Obviously, you have ball jointed. We'll rotate at the shoulder, full 360. Rotate at the bicep, full 360. Double jointed pinless elbows. No cuff rotation, but there is wrist rotation. For the gun trigger hands, it'll go up and down. For the fists, they'll go in and out. Upper torso, full 360. Lower ab crunch. Oh, mine doesn't seem to be going down. There we go. Good solid click on that one. We'll go down about that far without the torso. We'll look down about that far with the torso. Nice click on this one. Back about that far. Oh, nice little attention to detail. Looks like they painted underneath the little ab crunch, so there's always going to be black once you rotate it. You have drop down hips. We'll go down, up, pull them down, do the splits. Won't do the full splits because the holster is kind of hindering it on this one. Pop it back up. Upper thigh swivel, full 360. Double jointed pinless knees. Get a nice range of motion. Does have boot cuff swivel and has ankle rockers forward, backwards, left, right, peg holes at the bottom. So yeah, guys, your typical standard Power Rangers Lightning Collection articulation. Overall, not too bad for a final wave, right? I really do wish they would have included a 4th figure because that is just how most of these waves go. I mean, there is like, I think one other wave that only came with 3, or maybe it came with like 3 new figures and then 1 reissue. I forget which one it was, but yeah, overall, not too bad for a final hurrah, or for now at least. Obviously, I still need to get my remastered figures. The Omega Rangers are still yet to be announced. Lightning Collection Morpher, I still need to get my hands on. But yeah, overall, that is it. Wave 15. What are you guys' thoughts? What are your initial thoughts on like the hiatus in general? Does this line need it? Do you think they're just going to shelve it completely, or do you think they actually are going to come back bigger, better than ever? Just kind of take a break and come back same as is. I know the line has had a lot of QC issues over the past couple years. It has really hit hard. Not all of Hasbro has moved to the Vietnam plant. There are still some that uses the China plant, like Marvel Legends and Star Wars still is made in China. So their QCs, while they still have them, I feel like are far less prevalent than the Power Rangers one. This line is pretty good. I didn't get hit with too many QC issues on this one. Turbo has some loose joints. Lightspeed has some tight joints. Overall, yellow seems perfect as is. But yeah, that is it, guys. So until next time, later.